Hey, everybody. So today we want to talk about how compounding interest can help boost your business. So with some of the information we've learned about ways to pay off debt faster. And as you look at how to pay off that debt faster, those ways, the banks like to have you divide your money so that it is not as effective. But with the strategy we learn about, we can actually combine that. And the way that I like to look at it is it's the difference between using like 5 jackhammers or using a heavy piece of machinery like a big cat with a big jackhammer on it. You have much more power and much more strength to be able to attack that big task in front of you. The same thing is in your business.
Yeah, so the quote that I have heard, I don't even know who said it, so maybe I shouldn't quote it, but is that those who understand interest earn it, and those who don't understand it pay it.
Yeah, and that's huge. And so, those that understand interest pay it, and those who don't. What did I say?
He said pay it. Anyways,
did I screw it up?
Yes.
Probably. Okay.
But the point is that if you don't understand it, then you're not going to benefit from it. You're actually going to be the opposite.
Yeah, and this one thing that we're going to talk about today is focus. Now, put hashtag focus or no focus if you have felt like you've just kind of been wandering aimlessly in your business. It happens to every one of us, especially now where we're forced into a more of an online world. It's so easy to get distracted and sucked in and pulled away from what your original focus was intended to be when you hop on social media. And it's something that we battle with every single day, but there are some tips that you can use to increase your focus online. We're not going to be talking about that today. Maybe that's a different day's topic that we'll look at. But what we really want to focus on today is how focus is going to boost your business. So just like that debt reduction strategy, instead we're trying to build a business. And if you try to attack 5 different things at the same time, it's just not going to work. Or it's going to be very slow and painful and frustrating process.
Yeah. I have found, this is common knowledge, but if you're trying to focus on everything, you can't get anything done. And I kind of have some ADD going on a lot of the time, so I know full well what that's like to have your attention divided. But I also know that if you can zone in on your intentions and focus even for small amounts of time, it is highly effective.
Yeah, and as entrepreneurs, we collectively, I believe, have, this is my personal opinion, not fact or anything, but I believe a higher proportion of entrepreneurs actually have some type of attention deficit. And for that reason, it's very easy to get caught in the shiny object syndrome. I think our nephew said it best. He said, "Oh, I have ADOS." And a lot of you are like, "Oh, what is ADOS?" It's called attention deficit. Oh, shiny. So
true.
But that distraction is going to pull you away from your goal and your focus. Now, we have a lot of stuff going on. We've got our marketing business. We've got the Champion Hustle podcast, which we're happy that we got some new swag and some branded gear now. We've got our real estate stuff. Oh, Jill's throwing another plug in, a shameless plug, probably a shameful plug. It doesn't matter. It's our channel. We can do what we want. But where was I going with that?
We've got a lot of different focuses. That's what he was saying.
Yeah,
which
but
is true.
our real estate, our marketing business, some other affiliate things that are going on, the stuff that we've got going on with Champion Hustle. So we have some different areas of focus that we're building, but that is done in a very focused way. So that doesn't mean you have to like shut everything out and only do one thing and focus on one thing on a grand scale, on a big picture of your life scale, because that doesn't work. We're all parents. Maybe we're not all parents, but you know, a lot of you out there, you're parents and you're entrepreneurs and you have other volunteer things that you're doing, and maybe some volunteer with your church, or volunteer in your community, or service opportunities. You know, that we've got all of these things pulling for our attention. So regardless of whether it's in your business or in your personal life, this principle applies.
Amen.
Sometimes I have to just shut up if she wants to get a word in edgewise, so I just pause for a little bit to see if she's gonna do it. So as you look at the focus, realizing that you have many things that are competing for your time. You've got maybe a day job, you've got kids potentially, you've got a spouse or a girlfriend or a partner, you've got a business, you've got all of these other things, family obligations, other things that are pulling for your time. And how do you make sure that you get the things in that you want to? That you want to, not that somebody else wants you to, that you want to do. And I'll be honest, sometimes that means different pieces of that take a little bit of a back burner. But you've got to decide what your values are, what's important to you, what you're going to focus on and prioritize in your life, so that you can have the lifestyle and the life that you want for you and for nobody else.
Yeah, I've been doing this new course. It's a decluttering course done by 3 ladies that are on YouTube and have lots of followers. And one of the things that Dawn Madsen says is 5 minutes matters. And that has made a huge difference in what I've been able to get done the last week or two, because I do get distracted and kids are calling my name and, you know, homeschool and just so much going on. But when I can just zone in and focus on something really intentional, it's amazing what you can get done in just a few minutes.
Yep. So Monday, I believe it was Monday. Days are kind of blurring together, but I believe it was Monday. I was talking about separating decisions from actions. And so this is where it comes into a little bit of planning can go a long way in your life and in your business especially. Because you know what, you may be doing this part-time and you may have a fixed amount of time that you have to work on your business. How do you make that the most effective that you can to progress that business forward? And a lot of that comes down to planning your time, planning your days ahead of time, so that you've made a decision on what you're going to do, and hopefully you're focusing on the things that are going to have the biggest impact on your business, so that when it comes time to actually execute your schedule, you already know what you're going to do. And there are always things that are going to come up, and you have to be a little bit flexible and a little bit nimble, but try to stick to that plan as much as possible. And when you can do that in, 5 minutes matters, 5-minute blocks or 10 or 15, whatever works for you, you're going to have to test it out and experiment with it and adjust it. Just make sure that you say, for these 15 minutes, phone gets turned off. You are going to say, I'm going to, make 3 phone calls, or I'm going to reach out to, this many people, or whatever you're needing to do. You've just got to make sure that time and effort is focused in those small blocks of time. Instead of trying to just say, you know what, I'm going to shut everything out and just power through this, that's a good way to get burned out really fast.
Yeah.
Or if you're not burned out, for the people around you to get burned out really fast, right?
Very true.
So this is obviously something that I've had to work on a lot. I'm still working on it, but it's been very helpful to, periodically refocus and look at how I can continue to do better.
Yeah, I think setting small attainable goals and just like only planning a few major things that have to get done each day so that you're just making progress.
Yep. So with that, you know what? I will actually put together a spreadsheet. I'm using one a little bit. And one cool thing that I learned in this spreadsheet, it's just a Google sheet, but I'll see if I can share that with you guys in our page here. But you can actually, if you track where your energy is during the day, you can kind of also plan out when you're going to do certain activities. Like things that take a lot of energy, you don't want to do them, an hour after lunch when you want to take a nap. Right? And so you just need to kind of see where your energy is flowing during the day and decide when you're going to do those activities. And so that can be a cool thing. So I'll see about getting it posted up and attached to this video in the description. A Google sheet that allows you to plan your day, plan your week, and your days, just so that you can carry that through and have that focus, so that you can say, this is my focus time for this activity, and then you've got to just do it, right? And if you get in that habit of controlling your schedule won't control you anymore. Plus, then the other form of where your energy is, then you can actually plan your activities to be most effective as well.
It's true.
So
it's important to build in breaks in that as well, just because the way we are built is not to go like a machine. It's gonna ebb and flow.
So I'll tell you what, if you want access to those spreadsheets, shoot us a message or drop in the comments below. Just say time blocking. And we will reach out to you personally, and we'll get you access to this stuff so that you can actually use it in your business and move that forward. So.
All right.
Yep.
Have a great night.
Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.